Brent, how you doing? How you doing, man?
Hey, hey, brother, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I hear you great, man. I hear you great. Yes. How is everything?
All is well. Pleasure to be here.
Oh
Excited.
yeah, yeah. Super excited to be here. Oh yeah, today is phenomenal. Yeah, let's see. I was just trying to pin up sometimes you could pin up something where it shows everybody what the topics are. Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Let's see. And I got a few friends and I had invited for sure, and I'm sure they're gonna jump on. What's the weather like out there, man?
It's real good. I'm here currently on Gran Canaria Island. It's about 33 degrees. Going to
Ah,
going to Texas on Monday. So
nice. Okay, nice. I got friends in Texas too. Okay, got it. Okay. I'm gonna just say AI crowdfunding full breakdown. Let's see. And I believe I should be able to pin this. Let's see. Pin comment. Um well, you know what? It's all good because I think if anything, when I repost this, I'll be able to do all of that, you know? Yeah.
let's
Yeah.
rock.
Like I
Let's rock
said, I
and
feel
roll.
phenomenal. I feel phenomenal, man. I'm just grateful. Thank you so much, man, for really just deciding to show up and talk about this because this has been a game. This has just been. You can't even say game changer. You know what I mean? Because before they went very, very, loud about AI technology and how people were using it to benefit their lives. You know what I mean? I connected with you, and then last year and the end of the year, I decided to jump on board with something that was going to be within AI and was going to give me some of the financial breakthrough that I've been pressing to get towards.
Absolutely. And yeah, you made a wise decision. I guess I could give people a high level overview of what we're here to discuss, a bit of a background story, and just exactly what we're dealing with, what we have our hands on here. So, as you know, finding reliable, sustainable ways to, put your money to work. It's like trying to find a needle in a haystack, especially in the online world. It takes a lot of sifting and sorting, a lot of due diligence, and know what to look for and know what red flags to avoid too, so that you have something that has longevity, sustainability. And for us, me and my business partners, we were researching one particular company out of Israel for several years, a multi-billion-dollar company, and we finally managed to find a way to remove the financial barrier to entry through a crowdfunding model that we'll talk about. But if we go back and look at the way crowdfunding started, the early pioneers like Kickstarter, Indiegogo, usually it was donation-based crowdfunding. So you were contributing or backing a project that really was simply just an idea in the mind of an entrepreneur. It was an early stage startup. It hadn't reached the market yet, and you wouldn't know whether or not that product was going to be successful. Then around 2012 along came equity crowdfunding, which allowed you the ability to actually own a piece of the project that you were getting behind. So there was a financial incentive for everybody involved. And usually all that you got was equity. But as of now, there is a new technology that's been around for 2 years, built on the blockchain for full transparency and visibility of literally every transaction, that allows you to contribute to breakthrough financial technologies. One of them in particular being a company out of Israel that has been around since 2012. They've dealt with institutional clients up until 2018, very large institutions, accredited investors, and the barrier to entry was too high. You needed literally hundreds of thousands of dollars in subscription fees, and you needed minimum of $1 million in trading capital. So that eliminated, obviously, a lot of our community, a lot of our followers that didn't have the financial resources or the capital to access something like that. But you may have heard those of you watching, you may be familiar with what we could almost call tokenization, or the ability to pool our funds, pool our financial resources together. And through this model, we're able to do that where Indotech, this particular trading company, is treating all of us like one of their institutional clients. In the last 13 months, we've actually crowdfunded close to $500 million, $480 million. With the trading results, it'll soon be hitting $500 million, diversified across multiple financial markets. And the word AI and artificial intelligence is hot right now. It's a buzzword, but I can tell you that in marketing, usually it's a marketing ploy. It's a buzzword. People are jumping on the bandwagon, and especially when it comes to trading, it's not true artificial intelligence behind the scenes. It's a basic algorithm that nearly anyone could code for you if you got a good programmer. And I have tested endless algorithms and trading softwares and lost hundreds of thousands of dollars cutting my teeth in the market over the last 7 years to find what's reliable, because a lot of them work until the day that they don't work. If a currency pair or if some financial asset decides to keep going in one direction and not come back, most of the inherent trading strategies can't handle that. You need proper risk management. You need a very experienced team to oversee it. And what we have our hands on here is true machine learning. There's a very detailed, over 100-page white paper that not only analyzes the financial markets themselves, but also human emotional bias, basically modeling the mind of human traders. Right now, over 80% of the market is traded by high-speed algorithms, and you cannot compete with that. You cannot compete with these large institutions or banks. They're spending billions of dollars to straighten fiber optics just to get an extra millisecond on their competitors. And you think you're going to, do some basic technical analysis and place a trade and win. The house always wins. And a lot of the brokers are trading against you too. But what we have our hands on here is true artificial intelligence, actually over 70 what we call AI experts. The amount of data, that's computational power of this, no human brain could do it unless you want to stay up until 4 o'clock in the morning staring at candlestick charts, analyzing the financial markets. To become a proficient trader, you need elite levels of emotional discipline. You need to be able to cultivate elite levels of emotional discipline, not get greedy, not get fearful, not over leverage yourself. Most people never make it to that level of proficiency to be a consistently profitable trader. Most people get wiped out. But artificial intelligence never gets tired. It's never late for work. It never gets greedy. It never gets fearful. It never demands a pay raise. It just does what it was programmed to do. And with true machine learning, it can improve along the way. Right now, we have essentially cracked the code. There will be a big announcement made on July 1st. As of April, 2 huge institutions have moved in that you would recognize if I said their name. But due to non-disclosure, I can't on this live. But some big money's moving in, and we have the ability to license this technology. And to tie it all back, it means not only do you get to benefit from this trading, but you also get to own a piece of a company through equity crowdfunding that's literally increasing in valuation at a record pace. It's worth billions of dollars now because of what they have their hands on. They're 10 years ahead of everyone else attempting to get into this game. So they cannot be caught up. So the path of least resistance is simply to license it off this company, the big institutions. What does that mean for you? It means the valuation of this company is going to continue to increase, which means your equity is going to be worth more. So you get to capitalize on AI. You get to capitalize it instead of being displaced by it and rendered obsolete by it, because it's coming for a lot of jobs, and you're not going to be displaced by AI. You're going to be displaced by the people using AI and the companies using AI, because they have massive leverage. It's happening with GPT-4. When GPT-5 comes out, we're already dealing with trillions of parameters. It's insane what it can do. And when you apply it to the financial markets, what we have our hands on here can be applied to literally commodities, stock options, foreign exchange, the cryptocurrency market, even though it's volatile. And it allows you to build a diversified portfolio in multiple financial markets. As always, disclaimer, everything in life has an element of risk, including getting out of bed in the morning. Don't you only use risk capital, only use money that you won't miss if you lose it, and money that you don't need to pay for your general living expenses and your livelihood. Hopefully that's clear. Only use risk capital. We need to make that disclaimer. We can't guarantee the future, and we can't guarantee the future is going to look like the past, but reach out to Brando. We won't say the performance here on this call for compliance reasons, but reach out to find out just the type of compounded returns that have been generated over the last 13 months since the 4th of April. Quite astronomical. If you go on eurekahedge.com, it'll give you some metrics for all of the hedge funds, well, over 3,000 hedge funds around the world, and you can categorize it by AI hedge funds, whatever you want. You know, the average annual return is anywhere from 9 to 10%, with the Sharpe ratio of about 1.9. Now, we've dwarfed that. I won't tell you the number, but we've obliterated that. We're beating pretty much every physical asset, cash flow asset, most types of investments out there. And take a look at it. We're not financial advisors. We're not certified advisors. Do your own due diligence, do your own research, and reach out if you're interested, and we'll share the types of returns, compounded returns, and the power of compound interest. I'm not 100% sure if Einstein ever actually said this, but he said, compounding is the eighth wonder of the world. He who understands it earns it. He who doesn't pays it. So which side of that equation do you want to be on? When you have leverage and compounding working for you, it means that the money that your money is earning you more money, and that effect compounding on itself over time is how you can turn even a modest amount of money into quite a significant amount. We're not talking about a hodler buy and hold strategy here like you would in stocks, hoping that they appreciate in value. We're here to make money whether the market goes up or down, and leverage technology to predict that move with enough probability that we have a high enough win rate where we're consistently profitable. So that's our primary focus, our main project right now. And Brando happened to come across some information. I think it was over a year now, wasn't it, brother, that you resonated with? You decided to take action, and you're glad you did, because the results are powerful. So.
Very powerful. And if I could just say a few things about, my part of this journey. So I love all that information. Brenz, I swear, every time I hear you speak about something that has to do with the innovation or just the entire, I didn't know that you could look up and see the results of every hedge fund. Constantly learning. I'm a student, So when I did come across you and some of the people that were in your organization, I just really was all open ears, because even before the whole AI has been very, very, very talked about, in my mind, I'm thinking, you know what, eventually it's going to get so dominating because technology is here. I guess I could just say, you know what I mean? I want to thank everybody. I don't know how much more time we can really speak, because Brenz is a busy brother. He's out in the Caribbean right now traveling. But furthermore about my journey, so, several years ago, got into investing. I was in the actual pool that Brenz was talking about, where I was a retail investor, trading the markets, trying to hedge against inflation, and just trying to hedge to get ahead, like most people. And I had a lot of issues between spending thousands of dollars in courses, trying to learn technical and the fundamental analysis while working a full-time work and being able to get ahead. And then there was just a lot that it looked like, just finally, throughout the mix, I found a couple of breakthroughs. I met Brenz. It's been a lot happening, but, in the most part, I can just say, no man is an island. You know what I mean? It's almost like smart work versus hard work. Now, get me wrong. Of course, everybody's going to do what they have to do to put their food on the table and make ends meet and all of these things. But if you can see profits, or you can see a financial gain of any kind, where you simply just, you just simply captivated on a movement, a trend. You know what I mean? And I think that goes right back to, if we all know about Apple stock when it was less than cents and we had put money in it, all of us right now would be, to the sky multimillionaires, financially free, time free, all of those things. So, you know what I mean? This is the beginning of a wave. Really it is. Just like when they had either the internet or Amazon or Apple or, you name it. But I feel like it's not my time to miss out on any more waves. And that's where I'm at right now. I got a lot of friends in that same category. We've missed out before on waves where people completely, you know what I mean, broke out of the pack.
Yeah, absolutely. Well said, brother. It's really the fourth biggest technological wave that we've experienced in our lifetime: the personal computer, the smartphone, the internet, and now artificial intelligence. It's not going away. It's permeating every sector, every market vertical, every business you can imagine. And those that capitalize on it and put it to work for them, you know, can be in a good position. But if you sit back and wait and see how this unfolds, you're going to be a sitting duck. It's not going to be pretty. You need to take action. You need to get on the right side of this trend if you want to win. So, well said, brother. Obviously, everyone that's watching this that resonates with what you've heard, please reach out to Brandon, myself, who invited you here. We'll be happy to answer your questions, share with you some information that will allow you to make a relaxed, informed decision, do your own due diligence, and decide if this is something for you.
Definitely, definitely.